what are the top 3 things that you want people taking away from the talent revolution? Like what's a good outcome for you if, looking back a year or two from now, I mean, above and beyond, book sales and amazing conferences that you're going to, share your ideas even more and open up new audiences, what's the thing that's going to give you the most gratification from this?
Yeah. It's a great question. And for me, it's all about impact. It's actually not so much about all the rest of the things. There's other people in my organization that would worry about those things a lot. But for me, it really is, have we started to see the transformation where ageism at work is at least recognized? Like I'll take a win of it at least being recognized where it's happening. And have we recognized that organizations can capitalize on workforces at every age and stage through the life course without the individuals having to convince them that they're the right candidate? Has this helped move the needle on that in a small way? And I think from an organizational perspective, has it provided the tools and the courage for people to recognize that we can solve hard problems and there can be structural barriers and reasons and architectures and all kinds of stuff that exists, but we can do hard things if we have trust in each other and in what we're doing, and if we take courageous action. And I think the value of a book like The Talent Revolution is it shows the path for how you can do those things in ways that don't feel so risky. One very quick example is, I know that you're a big fan of experimentation, as am I, having hypotheses that you test as opposed to just foregone conclusions. And, the field of science is a really good one for us to be digging into at this moment in time. Scientists don't try to solve problems they know the answer to. Business people only solve problems that they know the answer to, right? What's the goal? Now let's build the resources and figure out the project plan to achieve the goal. But we know the goal first. Science is the opposite. That would be seen as a complete waste of resources to run an experiment for something that we already know has been proven. So they only address questions where we don't know what the answer is. And I think in the book, we weave through an interdisciplinary approach that breaks some of the things that business schools, and I'm an MBA grad too, that business schools have trained into us as the right way to think about these types of problems, because the pace of change and the types of issues we're dealing with now sometimes need a little more on the scientific approach, where we don't need to know the answer before we start down the path. We just have to have a good hypothesis. And I think seeing evidence of that leadership behavioral change, that's what gets me fired up. When I'm working with clients and when I'm out in the field and when I'm seeing evidence of that, in service of helping all of the other things that the book does, that's really the crux of where change happens that then enables us to just be better in our organizations, in our own work, in our careers, in our lives. That really opens the doors to so many other possibilities.